What's up and welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 330. I'm exhausted and that's Wonder.
Also exhausted.
Why are you exhausted?
Because I've had to be the boss for my work for the last couple of weeks. And everybody decided to have training on the same week that we have thousands of soldiers. So it was just me and one other guy taking care of 90,000 acres of buildings. Yeah.
Fun.
So been a rough couple weeks. This week at least have a little more help, but it doesn't seem to matter because the amount of people that are around are destroying shit and causing my life to be a living hell. So yeah. Today I spent 3 hours picking up and cleaning glass.
Why?
Off the ground. Because we had contractors come in and they rehabbed a building for asbestos. And then they were supposed to clean it up and stuff. Well, they pulled all the windows and stuff out of the building and then just laid it on the side of the building outside. And just we had a big old windstorm come up and it blew those windows all over the place and shattered the glass, and so there was glass everywhere. And they just dipped, didn't clean it up, they just left. So I got to clean all that up by myself today. So if you're the contractor that did that and you happen to somehow watch this podcast, I hope you eat a massive steaming pile of dinosaur shit, okay? Because that was bullshit. It was in your contract that you rehab the building and clean everything up. That was your contract, and you guys just fucking, oh, we made a mess, we're out. We'll say that we did everything and get paid for it. We don't care. So,
Love that.
Yeah. GFC, you dirty bastards.
Real. Fair. So I'll get into my whole issue for this week later, but I was late to our planned podcast time because I went to go pick up food. I placed the order on my phone when I left, and there was like 15 minutes until I needed to be back. It's like a mile away. No big deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
I show up, I pull up to the little thing. I'm like, hey, I have a mobile order. They're like, cool, pull up. I then proceeded to pull up and sit at the window for 22 minutes.
What the fuck?
No clue.
Is this a McDonald's or what?
No. No, Wonder, make a guess on where I would go that this would happen.
Burger King.
Mm-hmm. Because even when it's bad, it's good. Or even when it's good, it's bad. I don't know. None of it's right. So, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Right? Isn't it?
That would annoy me quite a bit, especially if I got somewhere to be. Oh.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's been a stupid week. I started off my day with a toilet had sprung a leak overnight, apparently. So when I walked into the bathroom, I had to squeegee up 2 inches of water off the floor with a shitty ass freaking mop. And that was wonderful. And then right after that, I had another pipe burst in another building.
That's not good.
It's been a stupid ass day.
I get that.
Oh, well, I stress about hoping everything gets lined out and goes well for this weekend. I know it will, but I'm getting to the point where I'm starting to stress out about it. It's getting to the nitty gritty, you know? So, just want everything to go well.
Yeah. How prepared is everything? How good things going?
About as prepared as it can be, I guess. Um, we've got all our resources, so that's a start. Most of the fake flowers we're using have been built, designed, and put together, and should be good. And um, when do you plan on rolling into town? Is that Friday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
All right. Because Aspen said if you guys wouldn't like come over and check out the house or something like that for a little bit, you could. That's
Okay.
up to you guys. You don't have to.
Well, so our plan is Friday. We're gonna come check into the hotel in in that one town.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna go to the crazy place in which Galaxy works at some point because she's working that night. So we're gonna go bully her while she's at work. Which also means if you want to, I think I'm trying to convince Mom to join us. If you want to join us and go throw a dart at a board while we hang out for like 6 hours waiting for somebody to get off work, also an option.
We'll see, because that's like that's
final minutes. Yeah.
Well, that Friday is we're doing all the decorating and stuff in the community center. So
fair. So yeah, I will let you know when we get there, and
yeah, we'll see how things. It'll have to be by the seat of our pants kind of thing. Yeah. So
I didn't figure we could fully plan much out this weekend. It'll be hey, I'm here. We're swinging through town like now. What thoughts? And then be like, okay. And then hey, we're over here if you want to do something over there. Yeah.
Fair enough. That works. Works for me. So yeah, but. So yeah, that's what's going on. You said you had a long week. What was the?
Oh, this weekend was tough. So I guess it was probably Friday night, but Friday night or Saturday, whichever one. For the first time truly ever, I began a full-on arthritis flare. So my entire body has been in so much pain for 5 days. Because, like, there's always, things that are in pain. But when it fully flares up, it's bad. It hurts. It does not feel good. So that's been fun. It has not fully gone away yet. I would like it to, because it's going to make next weekend much more fun. Yeah, this is a good time, but it fucks me up because it hurts. All my joints and stuff hurt, but then it's I'm in so much pain that now eating is difficult because I'm really hungry and then I eat a bit and then it makes me sick because pain and so then my stomach is unhappy and get to deal with that and then. It's not fun, man. I get it. No. Call me old or whatever, because arthritis, even though that's not how it works, but that's unimportant. But it's not fun. Oh, and after 6 months, guess who still hasn't gotten anything to finally go to that one fucking doctor?
That's ridiculous, dude.
It really is.
I wish I had the ability to just fire random people.
Me too, because what the fuck?
You get paid a lot of money to be terrible at your job.
Right? And it's I didn't think I was asking that much to get you to send in a piece of paper in 6 months. Ridiculous.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. Yeah. So, but yeah, tomorrow we have the rehearsal.
Okay.
Tomorrow, and Rena's going to come.
Nice.
And we're gonna show her because the church that we're getting married in and stuff has a baby room and stuff.
Oh.
So we're gonna show her where all that's at because if Tatum's being super fussy or something, we're gonna have Rena take her.
Yep.
So that way none of our family has to be.
I was gonna say that
You know,
was the plan she knew of because you told me that once, so I told her that was the plan. I was like, "You're gonna get a real wedding invite, so you can be the one who leaves if needed."
right, right, and and then like even later on, if she gets like super fussy or something like that, we were gonna have her take her over to our place,
Yeah.
you know, but just across the street pretty much,
Yep.
and hang out with her until because I think Aspen's grandma probably won't stay super long. She'll probably stay for the wedding, and then she'll probably go straight to our place. So after that, she can just hand off Tatum to
Fair.
grandma, and should be good to go there. But I'm glad she's coming tomorrow because we can actually sit down and kind of go over specifics on
All sorts of things.
yeah, babysitting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we'll see what she's wanting price wise. If she's a little bit steeper than the daycare, we'll probably just do the daycare. If she's willing to match or be below, we'll probably go with her. So, because I think Aspen and I would prefer that we have more of a hands-on person while she's real little. And then as she gets older, I think we'll probably move her to a daycare so that way she gets kind of that social experience. She learns how to play with other kids, and that way when she goes to school, she's not like, you know, it's a foreign thing to her to go be with a whole bunch of other peers her age. So, but I don't know. That's the plan so far. And then my brother and Cody and I are on Thursday. We're going to go get our tuxes.
Yeah.
And make sure they fit.
Fun.
You know what's stupid?
Lots of things, but
yes, yeah, but so we ordered a ring that we found, and we weren't quite sure what my ring size was, and so we did like the measurement online.
Yep, I think we're telling us about the measurement attempt. Yep.
Yep. And so we got a size 13, and I thought to myself, that seems really big, you know. And I was right. We got the ring, and it was huge. And so we're going to end up sending that ring back, hopefully. But we didn't want to send it back yet because I found another ring. We went into town, and we actually got me sized. Turns out I'm a 10.5. And so we went over to the local jewelry place that's at the mall, and we're looking at a ring, and I was like, oh, well, you know, how much is for that one? And I really kind of like the looks of that one, and you know, it's nothing like super special. It's got kind of a little bit of a design or what. Gold. I like gold, so and I looked at it, and I'm like, well, how much do you want for this one? And they're like, oh, it's like $4,000. And I was like, what? $4,000 for? Wasn't quite. It was like $3,800 or something like that. I was like, good Lord. You know, that seems a little bit steep. So I looked at, you know, because they have like a whole bunch of rings that are from a company or whatever that they get their stuff from. So I just kind of noted what the company was, and then got online, went to that company. I bought that same ring, the exact same ring for $438 or something like that. So I'm like, okay. And this was like, I don't know, month and a half ago that we ordered this. And I'm like, oh, that should be plenty of time for them to, it's nothing special. And it's like a ring that's popular, that like not super popular, but they should have on hand type thing. Apparently they must not have had it on hand because they had to make it. Because they told me like 10 to 15 days was the window before it ships. Well, 28 days later, it has finally shipped Monday. Or supposedly it says it is shipped, but when I go into the tracker, it shows that UPS has not received my package yet. So I was really kind of hoping it would get here before the wedding, so we could use that ring. But if it doesn't get here, we're going to have to use the big one, which is not a huge deal. We just need something to put on my finger, really.
Yeah, but
So,
still, you want to have your ring, you know?
right. I would like to wear the ring for, the reception and stuff.
Yeah.
But if it's the big one, I'm not going to wear that because it'll just fall right off my finger and I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
And so, but it said shipped and should be here in 5 days. Well, that would be Friday. But it still shows that it hasn't left like their warehouse or anything. UPS hasn't even picked it up yet. And so I have a feeling that it'll probably be here Monday.
I hope not. That would suck.
Yeah. So whatever, I guess. It's just annoying because like the other ring that we ordered was here within like, I don't know, 4 days.
Should have had you order it to here. That way it would already be delivered and I'd just bring it.
Yeah, maybe. It's not like I was Amazoning it. So
Fair. But
it's coming through UPS. So
fair.
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll show up on Friday and I'll be,
I hope so.
surprised. But I doubt it. Still kind of kicking myself that I didn't get the Lord of the Rings one. I think that would have been kind of cool. But nerd me was really tempted. The thing about it is Aspen was okay with it. She's like, oh, if you want to, I was like, oh, I better not. But I don't know. I'm just ready to not be, so stressed out,
Yeah. So you I know you've been ready for the wedding, but now it's really here. How you feeling?
It's finally getting to because there for the longest time I really wasn't that worried about it, and now that it's like knocking on the door, it feels like the anxiety and the nervousness and all that stuff is starting to creep up into me. But it'll all be better once it's hard. It's that I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it like it is, like I'm saying it, but like it because it makes me feel like I'm not excited or anything. But like I am excited. It's just I am also ready to just not be worried about something and getting stuff planned, and I'm ready to just kind of coast for a little while. So
Fair.
It's a funny story yesterday though. I was at work and I get a phone call from Cody. No, he sends me a Snapchat and he's like something about like, hey, did you know that Aspen is trying to find a trailer for some sheep? And I was like, what? So I thought he was bullshitting me. I thought he was pulling my leg, So I kept like, sure, whatever, because he's always pulling my leg, And so finally he calls me. He's like, yo, no. He's like, yeah, she was, talking to me about trying to get a trailer, an enclosed trailer for some sheep, for some lambs. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. She hasn't mentioned anything to me about any sheep or lambs or anything like that. And so she's like, I'm like, what are you talking about? And then he starts spitting off like specifics about it. And I'm like, well, that's weird. Usually when he's pulling my leg, he's not that specific, It's just kind of like, gotcha kind of thing. So I'm like, so then I start getting curious. So then I Snapchat Aspen and I'm like, hey, are you talking to Cody about some sheep or lambs or something like that? And she's like, yeah, dead ones. Why? And I'm like, what? And she's like, oh, yeah, there was a couple of people that were selling some show lambs, and I'm buying each one for $100, and then we're gonna have them butchered, and we'll have, you know, lamb in the freezer, which I like lamb chops, and I'm a
No.
big fan of that. But like, it was just so out of the blue, and I just never expected her to, you know, do something like buy lambs. It's just such a random thing, and so it just kind of caught me off guard. And so she thought I was like mad at her for it. You know, I'm like, well, I'm not mad. I was just like, you know, because I like lamb, and she got a really good deal on it. Because, you know, quite frankly, $600 to slaughter 2 lambs is not that bad a price. Which my mom's buying the other one apparently. So my mom thought it was a great idea. She also likes lamb. So we're gonna have a cook-off and see which one's better at cooking lamb. Which my mom's got a little more experience under her belt, so we'll see. But yeah, it just threw me off. And I was like, well, I'm not mad. I just, you know, I was just shocked that you just bought lambs, you know. So now we got to find an enclosed trailer to haul them to the butcher house, and so that'll be exciting or something.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't want a freezer full of lamb?
Right. Well,
Actually, I don't.
So the town that's the bigger, not the big town to the east of us, but the bigger one, has a butcher shop, and the people that are selling the lambs were like, well, we usually take them to that place there in town. So Aspen called them, and they're like, yeah, we charge $3.15 a pound. And we're like, what? Holy shit, that is like ridiculously high. And so she called down to the other place that's farther to the east, and called that place because we've had a beef done there before and picked up meat from there, and it seemed pretty good. So we called them and Aspen was trying to get it all scheduled and stuff, and they were like, oh yeah, we charge $200 a sheep, no matter how big or small they are. And so we're like, oh, well, that's a lot cheaper than the other place. And so then Aspen went to my mother and asked if that was a good deal, and she proceeded to say that that was a really good deal, and so that's why she just did it. She didn't let someone else buy in them because they were advertised on Facebook. So, but it was kind of funny because the guy that does the butchering and stuff, he's like, are they the woolly ones or are they the hairy ones? And we're like, what? I think the woolly ones. Why? And he's like, oh, okay, then I'm good. Because apparently he's allergic to the hairy ones.
Oh.
Which is, I'm like, how are you allergic to one but not the other one? Like, maybe they must have a different oil on their hair or something that he's allergic to. He's like, I just needed to know if I needed to take like a Benadryl or something before I started butchering. Okay. Whatever, I guess.
Insane. That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude just risking his life for some meat.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you gotta, you know.
Couple $100.
Oh yeah, always risk your life for a couple $100.
Yeah, that sounds like shit I would do though.
Doesn't it though?
Right.
But also, it's definitely some shit you would do. You've risked your life for like a free meal. It wasn't even a good meal.
It's true. I pissed off our science teacher for $50 once. I almost died. I got pile drived twice. And the second time when I came down, I hit my head on the ground and his elbow hit on the other side of my head. And so it was like and it rung my bell. And I was really dizzy when I stood up, and he asked me if I wanted another one, and I told him no. Because our science teacher was like He was a cage fighter, and he was also like 6'3", big, long hair, redheaded guy.
Yeah.
So, you know the guy.
Yeah.
He's not like that now, but I mean, he's still burly, but
Yeah, he does look a little bit different nowadays, though.
yeah, his dad bod caught up with him. But back then, he was not dad bod, and he was working out every day, and also cage fighting on the side.
Yeah, you know, the things you got to do sometimes.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That was almost me for a career. I'm glad I decided to go to college instead of doing that.
Are
I'll
you?
probably be dead by now.
You know,
Honestly,
fair.
UFC fighters really don't make that much money
Well, some
if
do.
you think about it. Like the who makes the good money is the boxing stuff is usually,
UFC
like,
fighters also make pretty good money.
you'd be surprised. You should look it up. They actually don't make as much money as I thought. I thought they were like, especially if you made like, main events and stuff like that, that you got paid a ton of money. But like, unless you're fighting for like a belt or a championship or something like that, you really don't get paid that well. I mean, sure, getting paid like 10, 15 grand per pop is like, it seems like a lot of money, but also you're getting the shit beat out of you.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
not like you could just
but you are looking
recover and fight again the next week.
you are looking at the bare minimum of everything and not thinking about anything else. Yeah, let's say it's 12 grand per fight, right? Because 10 to 15, let's just call it 12. 12 grand
Right.
per fight. Normally, that's also 12 grand if you win. So just fucking win, and that's 24 grand instead, which is already 50% of what you make in a year. So just do it twice. Just win twice. Fight every 6
Right.
months. Figure it out. You know what I mean? Like that part. But like, there's that. But that is for the earliest level, lowest level of in the UFC. When you get to like the main event, like the mid-tier athletes are making hundreds of thousands, and the champs and superstars and main event guys are making millions per fight. But also,
Right.
you have to remember there's also, bonuses for fight of the night and different things. There's also,
I think-
sponsorships that
I was about to
matter.
say, the sponsorships are the ones that matter the most. Like, the problem is getting good enough that somebody wants to sponsor you.
Fair.
Because you could sit there in that low tier and really just not ever go anywhere.
That's fair.
You have to be, a hell of a fighter in order to start moving up. And
Fair.
so,
And
I
yeah,
don't
like
know
I was
if I
saying,
would've
you'd
been
have
a
to
good
be a
enough fighter
UFC fighter, so who knows when you would have made it there.
right. But they don't make anything like the like just regular boxing, like Floyd
Okay, you can't say regular boxing and then say the greatest boxer to ever live and wonder why you're not going to make that much. Nobody made as much as Floyd Mayweather.
I'm not saying him as a person. I'm just saying like what he did, like boxing, the thing that he does. Like all the people in boxing tend to make a lot more money than UFC fighting, which is crazy because I feel like they aren't getting as fucked up and putting their bodies on the line as much as like UFC fighters. But I feel like it's more like it's older and it's been more worldwide.
For
for
journeymen
longer,
and
so it has more
novices, boxers make 100 to 2 grand per fight. Regional and fringe contenders make between $5,000 and up to $100,000 per fight. That's a fringe contender. So you have to be an even better boxer than you have to be a UFC fighter to make base level UFC fighter money. So that's just not true. And world champ and superstars make less than UFC superstars make. So just know, you don't make more as a boxer, other than maybe if you get, a percentage of like pay-per-view, but nobody pays for pay-per-view anymore.
Fair. I also feel like you're not getting murdered quite as bad if you're just boxing. You're not taking elbows and knees.
I feel like boxing's worse because you're only allowed to like punch people in the face. Like if you're in the UFC, you could have the Ronda Rousey Gina Carano fight. She could just grab your arm and hold it in place, and then you tap out. You didn't even get banged up. You just earned 12 grand, and all you did was have your arm moved like this. Whoop-dee.
Well, and then there's the other day where they fucking just dislocate your shoulder and tear up your fucking rotator cuff just because they got a tight lock on you, and before you got to do that, it's too late. They already fucking destroyed your arm.
We'll just pop it back in place and quit whining.
Well, yeah, but also, I'd rather take a punch than an elbow and a knee any day. Just saying.
Fair.
You've seen some of the freaking wounds on UFC compared to boxers. It's pretty. I mean, boxers can get fucked up too. I'm not saying they can't. There's some hard hitting dudes out there, but there is just so much. Ground and pound in the UFC, and elbows and knees and clinches and broken ribs and shattered forearms and femurs and broken ankles. And it's amazing that people stay healthy long enough in order to even progress as a career. It's just holy crap.
Fair.
The amount of injuries you have to avoid in order to make it, You go to check a kick and it just shatters your femur in two. You're done. You're not fighting anymore.
Fair.
So.
But yeah, I just I don't know. I don't know if either of those would be good as a career, but
I almost did it. Glad I didn't.
I would have been pissed if you would have elected to try to do that, but you wouldn't let me send in film from you playing football in high school. Oh, I want to go do this profession where I have less of a chance and am less good at it and am going to die. I'm going to do that instead of, I don't know, even try to play football because I'm a whiner.
Yeah. I feel like I'm okay. It turned out okay.
I don't know.
I'm not making millions, but I feel like if I was making millions, it probably would have ruined me if I was 20, 21, 22 years old making $1 million. I'd probably be a piece of shit or something. So I'd rather live a while without having money than, have it right away in life, because I feel like experience matters.
Man, I don't think any path you would have taken would have given you money right away.
If I'd have made it to the NFL, I would have had money by 22, 21 at the,
Maybe not. You make it to the NFL, but you're, a 7th round draft pick who has to fight and claw. It's 3 years of making the NFL minimum, which is, decent money.
$14,000 a month. Okay. Still a lot of fucking money.
It's not that much, but okay.
I'm pretty sure it is.
No.
I'm pretty sure practice squad people make $13,000 a month. You can look it up, but I'm pretty sure they make a fuck ton of money just to be on the practice squad.
Well, maybe it is that much, but I don't think so.
It didn't used to be, but you know how they increased all of the wages and stuff for
Fair.
The NFL. So,
but yeah, but even then, I don't know. Well, maybe you'd do fine, but I don't think you would.
I'll sit on the practice squad and just.
No, actually, you elected to not do that. You specifically chose not to do that. Because you want to take some weird moral superiority stance of, I just didn't want to earn money too quickly, which is maybe the dumbest thing anyone has ever said on the internet, which is crazy.
I don't know. I just
stop pretending like that's just easy money.
I feel like I would have been an entitled douchebag if I had just made that much money right away in life. I don't know.
I hate to break it. No.
I'm already an entitled douchebag, I think. Okay. I see how it is. Well.
Just being a shed.
I don't know. I think part of it was I thought that being number one in the state of Wyoming offensively would be enough to be looked at and offered.
Nobody
But the
going
fact
to
that-
our school would get looked at, no matter what. Basically,
Well, I don't know.
you have to
I
put
just-
out some effort.
Right, but like there was scouts. Casper Star Tribune knew about me. I made phenomenal numbers. I just thought I was young and dumb back then. I didn't realize film was how you got recognized. I thought you got a letter in the mail from the University of Wyoming saying, "Hey, we'd like to have you come, fight for a scholarship." Or
I hate
you
that I
have a very-
explained this to him in high school. That I was like, "That's not how that works. You just gotta send in your film."
Right. And the problem was our film would have sucked ass. We filmed our football games with a potato, apparently, because I have the film.
Oh, do you finally have it now?
I have it. Yeah,
Nice,
I have all of my senior year on film.
nice.
I'd like to have my junior year
Oh
too,
my
because I
God.
was a defensive freak. But
Sorry, I'm still scrolling Twitter on the side as I always do. Somebody texted somebody. Did you ask your sister what her wedding colors are? Her dress is like a white-ish color, I guess. Dog, that's
it's a cream color then.
no. The color of the wedding dress normally is not one of the wedding colors, Wonder.
Oh, right.
Come on, you're getting married. You should know these things.
Oh, I know, but like the white-ish just throws me off. It's like, so it's cream color.
Yeah, her dress is a white-ish color because
Yeah,
they
no,
don't know
ours
the
is,
wedding colors. They're just the dress is white-ish.
Yeah, ours is navy blue and light blue are our colors.
Interesting.
So actually, it's kind of a common. It's spring colors basically, but like the main colors, the primary colors is like navy blue and light blue. So that'll be kind of what all the groomsmen wear. And then I think so Tatum's going to wear a yellow dress,
No,
and so is Aspen's sister.
no, cute.
I think she's wearing a yellow dress. So we said pretty much anything as long as it was like spring colors. So
Gotcha.
yeah. So,
Fun.
but yeah. So should be exciting. Should be fun. Yeah. I don't know. Part of me wishes I would have went and played football. The other half of me feels like I would have went there, shattered my femur, and then been in not only student debt but medical bills too. So
Fair.
I don't know. Part of me feels like I was an idiot for not trying. The other half feels like I was smart for not trying. Because, what if I would have decided to go be a walk-on and fight for a scholarship and then the next thing you know, I'm, $80,000 in debt after 1 year at UW, and then I shatter my femur, don't get the scholarship. Now I'm $80,000 in debt for school, and then I'm $120,000 in debt for a shattered femur for medical stuff. So,
Well, luckily, as long as you got hurt on the college football team, the school pays for it.
yeah.
So actually, there's
Right.
no medical debt.
I don't know how that works.
I'm pretty sure that's how that
Exactly.
works. Well, maybe not for like every school, but like actual universities and
Universities.
stuff. Yeah.
I would think it would be paid for, but I wouldn't say that was a given.
I would kind of assume that's a given.
I don't know. Either way, I still end up in debt. And the way I went, I'm not in debt, except for now that I have a house. I have a house.
So
debt, but
you've got so much debt, actually.
just a house. That's only $200,000 in debt. Easy peasy.
I wish houses were that
Paid
cheap.
off. I'll pay off next month.
I wish houses were that cheap.
Yeah.
Like, I get
We-
it.
we
You
got
bought a
kinda
nice
lucky.
house, but you also bought it in a town where there's literally nothing that exists. Any town where there are things, your same house costs triple that price. It just does.
Right. Yeah.
And I hate well, you could always just move to one of those shitty towns. I don't want to, you know?
Right.
Like, I feel like there should be affordable homes in, like, places you want to live. I'm not saying I need to be able to afford the 10-bedroom, 10-bathroom mansion, right? But, like,
Right.
a regular-ass house for a real number would be fine.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we got pretty fortunate, even in the regular ass town or the nowhere town that I live in. I feel like we got pretty fortunate on the price
Right.
because I also look at other houses. I literally look at the shack that literally has nothing in it. It's literally like a shed that is considered a house, but they're selling for $120,000. There's no stove. There's no nothing in it. There's not even floor in it. So, yeah. I feel like we got a livable home that was ready to move into with a shop and a shed and a corner lot, so it's a fairly large yard. I feel like we got pretty fortunate that we only had to pay $210 for it. So yeah.
Fair.
But what's crazy is like the rent that you're paying is not that much less, and it may even be more
Probably.
than what it would be to buy a house. The problem is they're like, oh, well, you don't have, you don't qualify for a loan, even though you're paying more than what the loan would be currently as a renter.
Which that shit is stupid. And it's like, even if you can get a loan, it's like, well, you actually have to have a down payment that's 20% the price of the house. And it's like, what do you mean?
Well, that depends on what loan you go with. You can go with an FHA loan, which only requires like a 3% down payment. So like on our house, our house was $210,000. 3% was like $6,000 or something like that, which I had that, enough to pay that off,
Fair.
but I didn't have to do that. We had the option to, basically it's a secondary loan. So like they give you a loan for the house and then they give you a loan for the down payment. So you don't technically have to have any money coming out of your account right away. But the problem with doing that is you have two loans in your name, so it raises your interest rates. So instead of having so our interest rate would have been a 9 on the small loan for the down payment, and then the house payment, the big loan was like a 7.8 or something like that interest rate, which sucked ass. So I looked at that and I was like, oh my God, why is the interest so high? And then the person who was doing the loan for me was like, well, it's because you have two loans in your name. And so that raises your interest rates. And I was like, well, what if I were to just pay off the down payment basically instead of taking a loan out? She's like, well, that changes things drastically. And I was like, well, give me the numbers. And so she punched the numbers. She said, well, you'll go from a 7.8 or whatever, 7.9 for the big loan down to a 6.25. And then you won't have the other payment to make either. So I was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and just pay that off, since, I originally didn't want to pay that off because I didn't know if I was going to need that money, because Aspen had to have her wisdom teeth removed, and we didn't know if she was going to get covered by her insurance. So I didn't want to just go and drop that money and then turn around and have a huge bill from the dentist, So originally that's why we weren't going to go with the, paying off the down payment. And then we found out that Aspen was going to be covered on her side. So then I was like, all right, we're just going to pay that other thing off and not have to worry about, we just worry about one loan. And what drives me nuts is if I there's a lot of people that are around me that were like, oh yeah, we bought our home, we have a 1.8% interest. And I'm like, you bastards. I was like, if I had a 1.8% interest, I'd own a $400,000 home or a $250,000 home with like 15 or 20 acres of land and still make the exact same payment I'm making now. So stupid. I hate high interest rates. As soon as hopefully it drops within the next few years and I can refinance and, if I could get my payments down to about $1,000 a month, that'd be great. That's the hope. We'll see.
Fair. Yeah. I'd love to be able to figure out how to just buy a house, but fucking houses here are expensive as shit.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
If I go...
Well, that's highly populated areas for you. Well, especially since you got so many companies that will just buy a shit ton of homes and then rent them out rather than selling them. So now you have a higher demand for homes, for the one home that is for sale completely. So it drives up the demand, which drives up the cost, which is bullshit, I think, in my opinion.
Very much. Shit should not be allowed at all, but it is, and here we are. Right. Sorry, I'm trying to find a thing. Sorry, I'm looking at. There we go. Yeah, we're not even in the crazy populated area and whatever, but like the cheapest house here is like $500,000. Yeah, dude. But it's like even back there, right? Like back home, like I know you're chilling in tiny town, but like the bigger town to the east of you, it's still like the cheapest house there is a singular one that is 215, and then after that it's all over 250. All of it.
Right.
There's the fact that you can in town, like you're not out of town, you don't get a bunch of land. In town, you're going to tell me there's in a town of 3,000 people, there's a house worth $1.2 million. Fuck off. No, there's not. It's not worth it in any way.
Right. There's a ranch in between here and the town to the west of us for $9.9 million.
Fun. Is it a ton of land?
It's got a fairly nice house and then like a sister house that's on a different part of the land. That's like, so it's like a ranch basically. So like you have a house for the main house and then you have another house for like a ranch hand or something like that. And then there's a big ass shop that's got 3 huge bays, and then there's a big ass horse barn, and it had like 7,800 acres, including river property, and then it stretches all the way up into the big hills that are in between here and the town to the west of us. And so it just stretches from the river all the way up into the hills. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they want $9.9 million for it.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, honestly, the river property would be nice, but like all of the land north of the highway got burned up in that big ass fire. So there's just nothing out there except grass.
Yeah.
And hills. There's no trees anymore. No wildlife really. Yeah, so.
Yeah, shit's crazy. I don't get it. But, guess that's what it is. I don't know. I'm just tired.
Kind of boring. Yeah.
I know you get that. I'm tired of the world, and then I'm tired just because, I don't know. Whatever this shit is that's wrong with me just makes me exhausted.
Yeah. Sorry. I swear it drives me nuts. I don't know how many times people have messaged me, "Hey, when's the wedding again?" It's like, do you guys like throw away the invitation or what?
Yeah, when's the wedding? Where is it? What time? Where do I need to be?
Yeah. I've gotten that like 12 times in the last 2 days. I'm like, come on, folks. Just save the card, put it on your fridge, do something.
It's like mine just came as an email, so I just have to go find it in my email and be like, all right, what's the plan? And then I got to figure out, what's the plan? But yeah, I don't know. What's your plan the rest of your evening?
I have fire training.
Oh,
Right. And then after that, Aspen's parents should be here. So unfortunately, we'll not be able to play games because they stay in this room. So
no, so you're out on games all week.
yeah, unfortunately.
That
Well, tomorrow I
sucks.
got to go. We got the the
Yeah,
rehearsal tomorrow anyway. So yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But
Oh, did you hear Anthony did try to get off to come to the wedding, but his boss is a cunt? Did you get the
No, I did
full
not hear
story?
that.
Yeah. So he requested time off forever ago, didn't get approved. Then somebody else requested for the same time period after him, and they were gonna approve it. So he went and threw a fit, and he's like, "No, fuck you." And then they're like, "Fine, you can have Friday and Saturday, but you need to be back in on Sunday." And he's like, "How the fuck do you expect me?"
God.
He's like, "You know what? Fuck you guys. Fuck this. I'm done. I'll see you that fucking weekend. Fuck you." Which, like, fair, but also, damn.
That's fair. I mean, he's a long ways away. I didn't like expect him to be here. It would have been cool if he could have made it, and I'd have been, happy to see him. But like, I understand,
Yeah.
and especially when it comes to the workforce and how stupid certain places are. When it comes to because you have to work to live. You got to make the paycheck,
Yep.
and people realize that, and they use that, they exploit it, and they,
Yep.
fuck people over, and it's ridiculous. Okay.
Ugh. Yeah. But yeah, that's ridiculous. Well, I guess should probably let you go so you can get ready to do things.
Yeah, I gotta go scarf some food down, hopefully, and then go do the training.
Well, good
So-
luck training.
I'll need it. Try not to fall asleep. Actually, it's not training. It's actually just a meeting. So we go over numbers and budgets and shit like that. So that'd be even more boring. So,
Fun.
yep.
All right. Well,
So
don't have too much fun.
I will try not to.
And I guess that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.